On my main YouTube channel, I've gotten close to 1 billion views in the last year and a half, but just the other day, I learned something brand new about YouTube that is going to change how I plan content going forward in 2026. YouTube has been tightening up shorts like crazy this year, and a lot of short form creators are getting view capped, demonetized, or completely flatlining, and they don't even understand why. So in this video, I'm gonna break down the specific type of short form content that YouTube is starting to push less, the ones that they're starting to target more, and what style of content is actually safe long term. And for your sake, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna give you the list of 8 niches that YouTube is flushing out themselves, explain why it's all happening, and then I'll tell you what to do instead so you don't waste months posting the wrong type of videos to your channel. Now, if you're making content in one of these niches and think that your content is technically transformative, this is what you need to understand from YouTube's perspective. In the last 2 years that YouTube Shorts have been exploding, Shorts have gotten flooded with content that's insanely easy to mass produce. When everyone can copy the same format with the same footage, viewers get bored and YouTube has to clean up the feed. So they start capping those categories first because those categories are the weakest links. It might not be 100% fair, but I'm just telling you that's what YouTube's doing. Okay, so niche number 1 that you should avoid is stolen content. And I'm not talking about being inspired by other creators' formats because that's exactly what I do. That is completely okay. What I'm talking about is literally taking someone else's video, reposting it, and then trying to slap on some captions with an AI voiceover, acting like you created something brand new. This is the type of content where the original video is still the value. You didn't add anything that actually changes the experience for the viewer. And the reason YouTube is going after this so hard isn't even just copyright, it's also because it's the easiest thing on the planet to mass produce. I'm assuming even my grandmother can do this. I mean, it's that easy. So it floods the feed and viewers are getting sick of it, so YouTube is starting to cap it. And I already know that there's gonna be some of you thinking, but there's a channel doing this right now and they're monetized and they're making so much money and yeah, whatever. It doesn't mean that that channel is safe. YouTube doesn't need to catch every single person for this to be a problem. They just need to make it risky enough and unreliable enough that it stops being worth building your whole channel around it. Okay, now niche number 2 is farming clips, and this is a little bit different. This is when your whole channel is basically made up of movie clips, TV show clips, podcast clips, live stream clips, you get the point. And again, you might be thinking, but it's transformative if I talk over it. Well, sometimes, maybe, yeah. But YouTube really doesn't care about that and is starting to treat this category like everything else because it's so easy to do. It's super saturated and a lot of it is built on footage that you don't actually own. So if your entire channel depends on clips that you're not adding any real education or value to, just understand that you're building a house out of cards. It might work for a while, but you're always one update away from getting cooked. Okay, now niche 3 that you definitely shouldn't do is fully AI content. Now I want to be careful with how I say this because I'm definitely not anti-AI. AI is a great tool and I use AI for ideas sometimes. The issue is when the entire video is all made from AI. AI writes the script, AI voiced it, and the visuals are all AI too. It ends up looking and sounding like every other robot channel on the platform, and that's just not going to get you far. There's not an ounce of human fingerprints and there's no real perspective to the videos at all. It's just content being pumped out because it only takes a few seconds. Now at first, right when it came out, AI content did really good because it was so new, but now there's so much of it that has basically turned into spam, so YouTube is starting to limit that. Okay, now niche number 4 is what I'd like to call AI automation / channel farm behavior. This is when it's not even just the content, it's the way that the channel behaves, like uploading in a way too short of time, weird patterns, or channels that just feel like they're being run by factories. Now channels that are automated by actual humans, these can actually really print money and do really well, but channels that are just completely run by AI and it's all just AI slop content, those are the channels that YouTube is starting to crack down on. YouTube is getting smarter every single day, not dumber, so that type of channel behavior throws up some major red flags. Okay, now niche number 5 is template content, especially the stuff that looks like it was made from the exact same editing template as thousands of other videos, like the same CapCut template, the same font, the same pacing, the same transitions, the same everything. Now templates overall aren't a bad thing, but when everyone uses the same template, it turns into copy-paste content. It becomes interchangeable, and YouTube is starting to hate that because viewers are starting to hate that. Now, niche number 6 is ranking or slideshow type content. This is the content where it's like top 5 blank or rank these blank, and the whole video is basically just recycled clips stitched together with a number counter. Now, this used to work insanely well, and I saw this everywhere, and I'm not gonna lie, it could probably still work sometimes right now, but it is so saturated, and a lot of it overlaps with reused content and low effort editing. So it's gonna be one of those first categories that gets capped when YouTube starts cleaning up the feed even more. Okay, now niche number 7 is repetitive meme loop content. I think you know what I'm talking about. It's the same background video every time, maybe the meme text changes, and the whole point of it is to force replays because it's just 1 second long or it loops weird. That's just not real retention, and YouTube is going to see that. So if your channel is fully built on replay traps, you're probably cooked. Okay, now niche number 8 is the worst one by far, and that is reused upload. This is when people literally re-upload the same video over and over and over again. Different caption, different crop, different title, but the same exact video. This has got to be the fastest way to get your channel flagged, capped, demonetized, whatever. It's just not worth it. Now, if you're watching this and you're in one of these niches, you don't need to panic. I'm not saying that you're doomed, I'm saying that you're just in a category that YouTube is actively trying to reduce because it's the easiest stuff to mass produce. People are always asking me this type of question, and they're always like, yo, what is the best niche that I should get into? And I'm gonna be real, because that's actually not what you're asking. What you're really asking is, what niche will make me the most amount of money in the least amount of time with the least amount of effort? It's a valid thing to want to know, because there's definitely some niches out there that pay a lot of money for a little work, but those are also probably the niches that are gonna get cracked down on first. The niches that are going to win in 2026 are the ones that can't be automated and the ones that actually require a human. So what does that mean? It means that your content should probably have some real human fingerprints. Your voice, your perspective, your storytelling, your editing choices, something that makes it obvious that a real person made it. Because when the feed gets flooded, YouTube starts prioritizing the creators that actually add value, not the ones just repackaging other people's stuff. And this is what I always say. The clip itself is not the value is what you do with it. So the explanation, the pacing, the hook, the payoff, the way that you tell it. And if you want a simple way to know that if your content is safe long term, you gotta ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, could someone else copy my video in just 10 minutes? If your answer is yes, then you're probably in danger. Number 2, if I remove the footage, would there still be value? So if someone just listened to your voiceover, would it still be entertaining or useful? If not, then you're probably relying too much on the footage to tell the story. And at number 3, does your channel feel like a person, or does it feel like a factory? Because people normally subscribe to people, they don't really subscribe to factories. So yeah, if your views are unfortunately flatlining right now, don't automatically assume that you're shadow banned. There's a good chance that you're just in a category that's saturated or getting cleaned up. And the solution isn't arguing with YouTube, they are the boss here. The solution is just simply upgrading your content so it's not interchangeable. Now if you want to, comment down below what niche you're in and what type of shorts that you make, and I'll look at your channel and respond and tell you if it's risky or if it's solid. But yeah, that's really all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.